من أقوى البراندات على السوشيال ميديا اليوم بي ام دبليو. فإذا أنت من ربع البي ام دبليو لازم تتابع هاي الحلقة. Thank you, Dr. Hamid, for having us here in this beautiful showroom, beautiful Empower I can see, and there is a big sign behind you, but there is a very small question, which is, I'm going to drop it here. Dr. Hamid, how did it start?
Now you bring me back to my childhood, huh? Listen, it started when I started studying in Germany. And I'm a very competitive person. So when I started, the ultimate point to reach was a PhD. And I told myself that, yeah, let's go for it, let's do it. And I applied for many universities. What got me into it is a funny story is that the professor that I did my PhD with, he was a petrol head, so he loved BMWs, and I think that was a key for my success from the beginning to do the PhD.
So BMW is more than a cars here. How do you naturalize or like do the emotional connection with the drivers here in the UAE?
We spoke a little bit about the cars. You know that the ultimate core of BMW's value is joy. It's sheer driving pleasure. So the value itself is a very emotional one. So it's very easy to connect with our drivers, with our customers on an emotional level. And that's not only the cars. We do it in every aspect of our business. If you come into this beautiful showroom, it's an emotional experience by just walking in, but not by seeing the cars, by interacting with our staff. In the service, the same thing. So we try to really to connect on every level, in every aspect, in every part of life with our customers emotionally.
So how does BMWs adapt for the unique driving conditions in the UAE?
So actually, a lot of people ask me this question. I mean, first and foremost, every BMW that you see here, or actually every BMW in the entire world, is being tested in hot climate conditions here in the UAE. So every car that you will see in the next 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, they're also already here being tested for hot climate conditions. So that's number one. And number two, we learn from that, and we learn also from the customers. So there are in some elements of our cars, like the BMW XM, you have a sand mode. So these are modes that are uniquely for this region to help you to drive on the conditions that you have here.
Ah, okay, that's something really cool. So BMW Agmc visions the electric cars in the UAE.
Yes. So first and foremost, the amount of electric vehicles that we offer has increased. In the past, we only had maybe 1 or 2 offerings. Now we have nearly in every segment you can get an electric vehicle. So the customer can choose if you want a 7 Series to go with a petrol car or petrol variant of the car, or with a fully electric. It's the same car, same chassis, same luxury appearance that you have, but you choose a drivetrain.
You choose either electric or petrol.
You choose either electric or you choose petrol.
So this question is a bit not here. Which one is selling better?
Which one is selling better?
Yeah.
If you give the choice to the customer in this region, petrol is still ahead.
Yeah.
Yes. But because of 2 reasons. Number one is that the adoption, or let's say the entry of electric, has come far after the petrol one. So it's quite a new and not so established drivetrain here in the region. And number two is that you need charging stations as well. So with the increase of charging stations in public, I think the adoptions will also increase. And there's actually a fun fact, I don't know if you know, but we have introduced the first electrified vehicles, plug-in hybrids, already in 2009 in Dubai.
I think I do
We
remember
had the
that.
7
The 7
Series and the X6 V8 hybrid engines at that time.
Yes, I remember.
And in 2015, we introduced the fully electric i3s as well.
Yes, the small ones. Yeah.
Exactly.
And the i8.
And the i8,
Yes.
exactly. So we have been in this field for many, many years.
So how BMW redefine the luxury cars in the Middle East and the Eastern, like the whole, let's say, Middle Eastern drivers?
So we announced BMW class, which is called Neue Klasse.
Neue Klasse.
Neue Klasse, which that's translated means new class, which is a complete revamp of our cars for the future. So 2026 onwards, you will see the first ones. It's focused on digitalization, it's focused on sustainability, and also electrification. You will have the choice, obviously, for petrol cars as well, but this will show the new view of BMW, how BMW sees the future of luxury. It starts with, obviously, with the car itself, the design and design elements. It goes to the technology inside. So in interior, now you will have for the first time a head-up display that goes through the entire windscreen. And you can see multiple layers. So we are talking now true augmented reality. You have many more elements where you can connect your phone to the car. You have driverless assistance systems. You have materials, because luxury is not only about the car and the design, it's also what kind of luxurious material you take in. So we will take new wood elements, new decor elements in it. So all of this will define the new luxury, not only for the globe, but for the Middle East as well.
Nice, I like that. Can you share this sustainability effort happened in the UAE?
Yes, actually that's a very, very good question. Last year we had COP. BMW was the official VIP mobility provider for COP28. And we deployed 80 electric vehicles to support the COP team here on the ground. So it was i7s and iXs. And they have done fantastic over the course of the COP in terms of supporting the ambition of the COP here in the UAE. On top, what we're doing is we are rolling out charging stations. So we have rolled out last year more than 100 charging points in the city of Dubai. So if you go to certain malls, if you go to certain communities, even behind me in the Dubai Autodrome, we have 20 charging points that we have given to the communities and for them to use.
That's really nice though. So that's maybe make me change my mind and get a BMW.
You should, especially i7.
So what sets BMW apart from the other luxury car brands in the Middle East?
Also interesting question. I would say, obviously the product itself. I do believe that we have one of the best products there is. The technology, the design, the sportiness, the innovation in it. But I think more so it's also about the service. How to service the customer when the customer comes not only for servicing the car, but enters a showroom. How do you greet them? Do you listen to their requests, to their needs that they have? And if you put the customer in the center and you delight the customer, then I think you have the right ingredients for being a successful brand in the Middle East. And believe me, the customers in the Middle East, especially in Dubai, are very demanding. So you have to be always on top of your game.
On their peak time, I'd say. Okay. So how does BMW Sports Heritage influence its cars for Dubai and North Emirates?
First of all, you see we have beautiful M cars here. That's the true DNA of BMW M. And M stands for motorsport. So that's our heritage. And we celebrated just recently 50 years of M. So having said that, there are a lot of elements from that heritage that goes into our non-M vehicles, starting from the design, as in the M packages. It's a very sporty design aspect that we have, but the entire, driving capabilities that we have understand and we are getting as an experience from the racetracks, from the M division, we are putting it also in our standard cars. So actually, truly, and our DNA is sheer driving pleasure. We take this very, very serious to give the customer the right experience when he or she drives a BMW.
And the one thing I noticed that BM haven't changed is the straight six.
Yes. So the inline six is a core to our success in the engines that we have.
And there is no front wheel drive in a BM cars, right?
You have all-wheel drives.
And rear-wheel drive.
And rear-wheel drives. Some on the lower segment, they have front-wheel drives.
Now?
Yes.
But before, I don't think so.
No.
Yeah. So what excites you the most about BMW future in Dubai?
People like you, petrol heads, people who love driving, who love cars, who have a passion similar like me with cars. And I think I see them here everywhere in Dubai and in the Northern Emirates or in the UAE itself. So that really motivates me to bring in the right products, to bring in the right specifications into this country, to bring in the right, or to be an advocate for our customers in BMW to provide and produce the right cars also in the future. So I feel like really passionate about that because I see the passion from the customers.
That's amazing. So what emotionally connects the Middle East drivers or Middle Eastern drivers to BMW cars?
Also very, very good question. I mean, again, as I mentioned, it's the passion towards cars. It's the passion towards the automotive industry in general. And you see the passion here with all the people that I've met so far, be it in the industry or outside in the industry. And we try with our vehicles to satisfy every need. If you want a sporty car, there you go, you have a BMW M. If you want an SUV, you get the X5, X6. If you want a pragmatic car, you can get to the X7. If you want a fun, open car, you can go to the convertibles.
The cabriolets, yes.
Yeah, so we'll try to satisfy every need that we have here in the region with the customers. And I think that connects emotionally with the customer.
So we'll go back to the old days now.
Yes.
So why did BMW change the style, the angel eyes, which used to be known very well, to the new style now?
We have not forgotten about it. This is a true trademark, I would say, of BMW, and we started to introduce it in one of the old 5 series. I think in the 90s, it was in 2000s. But if you look into it closely, it resembles it a little bit. The 4 eyes.
Yes, yes.
And I do believe that this is a modern interpretation of what we used to have with the circular lights. And maybe in the future we'll bring them back.
That sounds very good. Because I think you guys, like the BMW was the first brand we started with this angel circle kind of lights. I remember that days. Because from far, you'll know that that's a BMW.
Yes,
that's a BMW.
I believe so. I believe that we were one of the first.
So now my other question, which is for me more, you have more people to look at M-Power, or they just come for just a normal BMW?
Obviously, the heart, the passion is with the M-Power. You have the people coming from the M-Power or towards looking at BMW M. But they then have different situations. They need maybe a bigger car. They need maybe some practicality into it. So they'll end up also purchasing a non-M vehicle. But I have to say, these are the brand shapers. This is what attracts customers into the showroom. This is what we are working for, to provide the best ultimate driving machine to our customers. And it's not only here, we do it in every vehicle. So you get a little bit of M also in the non-M vehicles. Yes, and I think this is what convinces a lot of people to go with the non-M vehicles as well.
And one thing I know, that if you get a BMW from here, you get an access to Autodrome straight away, right?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. A good point. So we have a collaboration with the Autodrome. You do We can do test drives over there, so you can really look in a safe environment, in a secure environment, drive the BMW to the limit. And we can have also M vehicles on the track where you can test your skills with a BMW M vehicle on a proper racetrack.
Nice. So even if an owner who wants to decide to get a BMW, let's say an M Power, he have the access, or you can give him the access that he can try the car before even buying it.
Absolutely.
Oh wow.
And I think with the M vehicles, and you know it as a race driver, you have to feel it.
Yeah,
you have to be in it, you have to drive it around the corners, you have to brake, acceleration. Only then you know the true understanding of an M vehicle.
We always like to have these questions which is out of context. So as you are a CEO, of course, I don't think you have that much time, but I would love to know, how do you start your day?
That's a very interesting question. From the outside, people think a CEO is very busy. Yes, we are very busy, but it's also very versatile. So I start in the very morning, every day with exercise. So I go to the gym at 6:30, I do my exercises, I'm on the treadmill, listen to podcasts.
No coffee,
no
food,
coffee,
nothing.
no breakfast, nothing, straight to the gym, and do some work there as well. On the treadmill, it's easy. And then coming back, I actually have a small dog. So the dog is also always waiting early morning for me. Try to get changed and go to work. And at work, usually it starts with emails. I work for BMW. We have amazing products, beautiful cars, but there's a lot of work behind it, and sometimes very long meetings to get those products and beautiful cars into the market. And then usually I end the day, depending on what day it is, how much work it is, around 7 o'clock, go home and then relax. And my relaxing time, I don't know if you know it, is I play a lot of e-games. So I'm an e-sport guy. So I do car racing, FIFA, Call of Duty, everything online afterwards.
The first time I started, the guys, I had them around me, they're doing the
E-gaming.
Yes, e-gaming.
E-sport.
But
Lovely.
they're good. But
Yeah,
once
yeah.
it comes to the fitness level,
Yes, that's a different thing.
yes,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
can't.
yeah.
So now, if I give you a choice to choose a Hollywood actor to present BMW, who would it be?
That's a very interesting question. You know, I personally think Christoph Waltz, I don't know if you know him, he is one of the best actors that I've seen, very professional, very dedicated, very precise, and hardworking. And I think he would be a truly embodiment of a BMW.
And there is something I don't know if I have told you. The first car I owned, or let's say the first car my dad bought me, it was a BMW Z3 in red, the 1.6 liter
No way.
engine, yes.
So your first car on the road, officially a BMW.
BMW, yes.
Well, I feel honored that you know the BMW was the start of your racing as well.
Yes, it was actually a BMW.
And to be honest, it's a very beautiful car. The Z3, I remember, is one of the first that we had at that time.
And believe it or not, I drove that car for a week with not even a drop of oil in the engine. I swear to God, 1 week. 1 week I was going and coming back to work. I didn't know even because the car was heating up. I didn't know what was the story. So my dad took the lever for the oil. There was nothing.
You should not do this.
No, not again, ever, ever. You know that social media it's going crazy now about the new M5. I'm sure you have seen the memes and all the attack, let's say, happened about the new M5. So what do you say about that?
You know, social media is part of our life. Everybody has a voice, everybody has an opinion, and it's very easy to put it on social media, and we welcome that. There's difference of opinions and difference of people saying things. The M5 for me is one of the best cars that we've built. It is a true embodiment of the M power that we have. And it's truly one of my favorite cars that I have. So yes, there is different opinions on it, and we are happy about the different opinion, But I think at the same time, the true M customers will love the M5.
Station wagon or sedan?
That's a very good question. I personally love both, but I have the preference actually of a station wagon. And stay tuned.
Yeah, I would like that too.
Yes.
We both petrol heads, we like cars, and we always have a dream car. So what was your dream car?
Well, now also, this is a very interesting question. Because you know, dream cars you establish as a person when you're young. Yes. As a child, you aspire things, you look at the cars out. Actually, there were a couple of cars, but I think if you say dream car,
Choose one.
if I choose one, it's I would say now vintage, obviously, supercar, Lamborghini Countach.
Countach.
Yeah, I think when I grew up in the 80s, 90s, that was the ultimate. It looked different, it was super sporty, everybody was aspiring to get it.
And in white.
In white, you're right, in white, yeah. And I think now it's vintage and out of reach, but this is still stuck in my head.
Back in that days, I would even say 99%. It's a Countach in white.
Yes.
It's a big poster on the wall.
Yes, exactly, exactly. And these are the dream cars that make you passionate about cars, and that made me also passionate to go into the automotive industry.
Very true.
Yeah, and maybe if there was not a dream car like this, maybe I would not be here with BMW.
That's very true. I really appreciate your time, and it was really fun. The interview was interesting interview, and hope to see you.
Thank you very
soon.
much.
We see you again.
Thank
soon.
you. Thank you very much for having me.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Anytime.